Hi, and welcome to Discovering DataFlex. This time we're going to have a look at what Mike Peat asked me to do a couple of videos back, and that was to create a search feature where you could just ask the browser to find something and it will find it for you. So that's where we're going to go today, and it might be a little bit longer video because there's a bunch of things we need to have a look at, but life is life. Let's dive in. And we are right here in the search form. And we would like to add some kind of button here. And when you click that button, the speaker activates and you can say something. I'm looking for food, and then all the food will be listed. And yeah, where do we go from here? We want a new component actually to manage this. We could probably do it in some kind of HTML box and write some additional JavaScript and CSS, but I think why not make a DataFlex component out of this, and then we can use it for more or less anything. So we're going to start there, and there is a really great video in the Learning Center about how to do this. So I'm not going to go in too much into detail on setting up the specific uh, components, but let's say we need we should stop this, and we need a new object. So this should be some kind of just a new class or something. And this time, I think since there is a button we're going to click, we would like to derive this from the web button. I think that's just natural. And C web voice. Yeah, we might rename it later, but let's go with that. And here we have our new class. Okay, we need the this set psgs class to dfcc dot web voice. So now we also need to go in here and create a folder in the app HTML. So we're going to create a new folder, web voice. And in here, we're going to add a new just text file and call that web voice as well. And this is going to be a JavaScript. Yeah, so we also want to go into the index HTML and below here, DataFlex custom controls. We want to add the script. And the source of the script is the web voice folder / web voice.js. And since we're going to update this a couple of times, we might actually want to just set version 1 here. And I think in tag script, that's it. So now we have included this one, but we also want to add this voice thing in our class palette. So how we do that is we take maintain add class to palette, and this is the voice package, and then we can just pick an image. Is there an image that looks like voice or something? You can of course make your own icons, but for now, quick and easy, I'm just gonna pick this one looks a little bit like some speaking thing. So now we have this C web voice in our list, so we can drag and drop that. And as you know, that looks like a button for now. And we want to go into the JavaScript. And here is where the tutorial of custom components in the DataFlex Learning Center is coming in really handy. But I'm just gonna do some quick copy and pasting here. We need the DFCC, which is kind of the standard element for the controls. Constructor DFCC dot web voice equals function web voice PRNT. All right, and in here we have to configure superclass DFCC dot voice dot base dot constructor apply this argument. Yeah. And then we want to, if we need some properties, you want to define them here, and then they have private properties if we need any of those, like this dot result equals null. That one we might want to use. We might want to create a property, this dot prop df dot t string ps text that defaults to blank. So then we can set the text property and use that somewhere else, perhaps. So could come in handy later. And that's all for the constructor. And then we want to see if we can do df dot define class dfcc dot web voice, and this is still a df.web button. And let's close this one. So this is the actual component where we have all the functions and stuff. And since we already have the button, we already have access to all the components and stuff that the buttons already have. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna copy some of the code from the button, and actually I'm going to show you. If we go in here, DF engine, you have all the components here. So we have the web button, just open that. So here you have the component for the web button, so you can easily look and see what's going on here. And I'm only looking for the click event on button click. So I'm going to copy this part. Because it's in the button click, we actually want to do some additional things. And let's see, I just like to indent that a little bit. On click fire, yes. And if load is on click, see, this is the timer. If be cancelled, no. Load view on click. I wonder where we're gonna put this. I think we're gonna do it here. Now we're getting to the exciting part, and that is to actually have the voice being recorded and sent to some speech to text API. And we could do that using one of the big cloud service APIs like Google or Amazon or Azure. But there is a nice little feature in the browser that can do this. So we're going to try out to use that little browser feature, mainly because it's going to save us a lot of time. I don't know exactly how good it is, but let's hope it can do something at least. And to check if this is actually in the browser, we can do this try catch kind of structure. And I'm not gonna bother with the error, so I'm just gonna console that one out. If you like, you can make some kind of pop-up box or something, or set some call an event here, but we're just not going to do that right now. We're just going to focus on the things that work. And here we do var speech recognition equals window dot speech recognition or window dot WebKit speech recognition. So I think that should be it there. And then we want to instantiate var recognition equals new speech recognition. And this will actually give us the speech recognition library from the browser. So let's see how that works. Recognition.start. That's exactly what we want to do when we click the button. And then we want to do a set timeout and do recognition.stop. And we want to do that, let's say, after 3 seconds. Let's try that. And then we also want to have an event that catches when the recognition is done. And that looks like this. Up there. Recognition dot on result. And what do we get here? Var transcript equals event dot results index, and that should be var current. This one should be event dot result current 0 dot transcript. So now we should have our text in the transcript. And let's see if we actually got this working now. We got the voice, we got that included in the HTML, we got the lookup. So everything we need now is to take this web voice and just put it in here. And it behaves just like a button. So we can actually go in here and set some caption, rec, for instance. So now we have our, let's call it just voice. And let's run this and see if we get something in the console. Now we got the voice. We can go over to the console and I press here. Let's see, let's clear that. I press voice. Okay. And window is not defined. Window, no, that's a typo. Right here, window. Here and just set the version up to 2. So we know we always get the latest one. let's play again. Hello, hello. My name is Johan. And let's go into the source with voice. Let's just set a breakpoint here if we get here at all. And if we get in here, so let's play again. Hello, hello. Okay, so we got in there. Let's step through. Yes. Hello, hello. My name is Johan. Okay, we did have an issue with the, this is not how you do it. We need a function here so that this stop doesn't get called directly after the start. Do it like this to make it a bit clearer, because then we can also debug this in a better sense. Let's see. So there we go. And recognition stop. Yeah, okay. So I press here. Hello, hello, this is Johan. Let's see what happens. Oh, there's an error here. What's going on? What's going on? Cannot read property 0 of undefined. Oh. Ah, there's an S missing here as well. Results. There you go. We count this one up and reload the page. I'm looking for food. Okay. Where is the food? I want blue paint. As we got the transcript, we would like to send it back somehow and have that trigger a callback. So let's see how we can do that. So we want to go in here and we want to add a procedure on response. And that should take our transcript and that's a string. Let's see. And this one should be method type equals, and it's an event that happens. So this is being called from the JavaScript. So we want to go back to the JavaScript. And when we got this, we would like to do something like this dot server action and call on, copy paste on response. And let's have the return parameter to be transcript. Let's see if that works. So now when we got the transcript, we would like the on response to be called. And we can actually, in our item view, set up this procedure on response. So this would mean that we get the transcript. So now we can actually do stuff in our interface. So let's see what we have to play with here. We could say item. So just let's web set PS value of such item. Where are you? There. 2 is transcript. And when that is done, we want to execute the search. So we just want to do send search. Exciting. Will this work? Ice cream. Are we getting anything? Yeah, we got ice cream back, but we got some error as well. It's not a function on result. Ah, okay. I think we have a scope issue here. So before we go in here, we actually want to do var self equals this, and then we can call self up here. Perhaps we need to add it as a new function here on response, and call this a function with the text. And then instead of this server action here, we just call on response. The transcript. And response self. Let's do self there. And here we can do this server action. See how that goes. Ice cream. Transcript is not defined. No, of course. Text. Oh, okay, try again. The ice cream. Type errors. This server action is not a function. What? Server action. Okay. Is it lowercase s? Ice cream. Oh, we're moving forward. On response is not published by the. Okay. Yeah, so what we need to do here is actually a web publish procedure on response. There you go. And we're getting there. Ice cream. Yeah, isn't it beautiful? Oh, let's see. Blue paint. Paint. Ah, it's called paint blue. So what else do we have? Can I be silent? No, we won't. No, we have a shoes. You got me shoes. So now I would like to kind of ask a sequence or something. So I don't have to say the exact thing that's in here, like blue paint, blue, and I get the blue paint. So what I want to do is add another hidden form here that we can use in our search query to do some additional cool stuff with. And let's go in here to our overview item and just stop this now. No, not that one, that one. And let's add a web form. Where are you? There, web form. Just put it here. Make it a bit smaller. So what this is going to contain, we're going to set it to invisible later. Let's just have it visible for now. I want to just hide the label. And then we can use entire width here. So instead of using this one, I want to update this one, but I want to make sure to clear it when I click search, and I want to set it with my voice. So I'm going to do a voice search, and before I do a search using the click search button, I'm just gonna do a web set ps value of this voice search to empty. And when I do a voice search, I'm just gonna play around with the transcript and set this to something else. Let's set it to is transcript for now, and just stop updating that one, because what I want to do is that I want to get the value of this one up in our data dictionary where we do create this query search. So Yeah, I do all the gets up there. So what we want to do is web get ps value of this search. Yeah, that, and just add it to the list of our strings. And then down here, we want to check if this transcript is set to blank. And if it is, then we want to set, yeah, there are some few things we could do here. For instance, we could search for each word separately. So move array. Do we have some array functions? Split. Let's check the help for some array function. Then I want to stir to array. That sounds like a good one. So we want to use this, and the string we've got is the transcript. And the delimiter is just space. To a transcript. And we want to add this as well up here. String array transcript. Array string. And then we want to go through that integer items and count. And then we want to move count array as transcripts to items and move 0 to count, and then for count from 0 to the items -1, perhaps. Loop. And here we actually want to create this. So what I want to do for that is move the string in here, just to make sure it's cleared. Yeah. Actually, we just want this, and we want item. Let's see what that's called. Item.name. and we're going to call like percent. And we're going to have the AS transcript by count. Percent. And if is filter temp not equals just the start parenthesis, then we want to move is filter temp plus 4 2 is filter temp. And when we are all done, we want to move the end parenthesis over here. And then we're going to add it to the query. So let's see, we've set a breakpoint here. We should be able to see what that will look like. Number of arguments. Is transcription count array. Size of array. That's more like it. Let's see. Did we get any other error? Yes, we did. II times. IE items. Didn't we? IE items. So what's the problem? And red here. Should not be a problem. Okay, there was probably some typo. Okay, so let's see. I like some ice cream. Yeah, now we can see we've got the I like some ice cream added to our filter here. And what did that do? I like some ice cream. The filter is I or, it's the I. Like some ice cream. Yeah, okay. So we should probably make sure that each word added to this is not a one-letter word. And yeah, if this is transcript, and we should probably do it outside that one. We have a length. Oh. Is greater than 1 at least. I would say greater than 2. Begin, end. also want to do another check here then. Added words. That's just to make sure 0 to added words, and then we go in here and increment added words, and down here, if the added words are greater than 0, then we want to add this to our filter. So let's just do that, recompile this. I'm looking for a pair of shoes. Yeah, we got shoes. I want some ice cream. Yeah, you have ice cubes, ice cream. Sure, that's fine. I'm gonna paint the wall. Yeah, it gives me paint. So now you can do all kind of stuff to modify this. You can have a look and see if there is a word that contains inside of this category, for instance. You can also check if the word exists in the location. You can perhaps even pick a date. Let's see what we can do with that. Before the 1st of January. Yeah, you could probably do some string manipulation and build some logic that could figure out how to interpret this sentence. Yes, could be a lot of sentences, but there are also some low-hanging fruit that you could use to pick the most common ones, or in the context of your application, there's usually only a few ways you do search queries. So you could go for those, and if someone says something that's outside, you can actually have it in a log. So you could log failed queries or log all queries just to see what people are searching for. And then when you have that log, you can then modify to catch even more of the queries they're looking for and modify them. So, but this is a good start. And now I'd like some ice cream. So I'm going to look in the freezer, and I hope you enjoy the summer, and definitely hope you enjoyed this video. See you next week. Bye for now.